Hey everyone! Happy St. Patrick's Day! I'm glad I could get this tutorial up for you. It is a 2-in-1 where I do this first Kiss Me I'm Irish tutorial, and then I hop on into this Luck of the Irish tutorial. I'm only going to be doing the eyes and the lips for this so we can move things along. And I'm going to start off doing the Kiss Me I'm Irish tutorial. A little bit more dramatic. So I already did one eye off camera, I got my green gear on, and now it's time to go into tape. I'm just trying to get a clean line on each side and make sure that they line up. And then I'm just using my Morphe 35B palette for this entire look. First grabbing a definer brush and then carving out the crease. This crease is only going to require shadows, it's not going to require any concealer, so this is what I would like to say like an easier cut crease version. Once I have that first distinct line, I then take a smaller blending brush and blend a lighter green right on top of the really dark green. Just softly blending out that line, making sure that it doesn't get into the lid space. After that first initial blend, I then go back in with the darker green shade in the definer brush just to enhance that line, and then blending out once again. Then I take this crease brush from e.l.f. and the lime green shade in the palette, and I just buff all those shades together, making sure this one is above the other two. Then just defining the line again, blending out the other green, and then once again blending out the lime green. A lot of blending for this look. After that is good, I take this pencil brush by Morphe and the yellow shade in the palette, and I buff that right on top, just to mix in with the lime green a little better. And because all these shadows are in the same color family, everything's going to blend really well, and there's not going to be a lot of harsh edges. Just making sure they're even. And now it is time for the liner, and I'm using a liquid lipstick. This is Ashton by Anastasia Beverly Hills on this little liner brush. Just straight from the doe foot applicator because it's my own personal one. And then we go in with that line, and because we have the tape, it's going to be a lot easier to get a clean line. Just dragging that in, connecting it to the outer corner of my eye. And then dragging it through the lid. Then it's time to remove the tape after I put it down on the lower lash line as well, not too far in. And then I take this little tiny concealer brush, my little trick, and I just make the line a little bit sharper. Then just some mascara. This is Maybelline's Colossal Big Shot on the top and lower lashes. And then these lashes are the type Everlasting by Sephora and House of Lashes. And then I decided to put a white highlight in the inner corner of the eye. And that is the finished eye look. Then for lips, I'm also taking Ashton by Anastasia Beverly Hills just to match the liner on top, and I'm putting that liquid lip on. I like to start in the center of the bottom lip, drag it out, and then I work on my upper lip because that one is harder for me. And that completes this Kiss Me I'm Irish tutorial. It was so sad to have to take this off and to move on to the next one, but the next one is also very beautiful, and I hope you guys like this one and recreate it. This is definitely something I would wear to the bars. Alright, switching into the Luck of the Irish tutorial. This one is a little bit more wearable, more classic, and it's very similar to the Valentine's Day look that I did as well. So once again, I already started on my first eye, and now it's time for the second one. So I take this fluffy blending brush from Morphe and the Modern Renaissance palette, taking the shade Golden Ochre, and I just buff that into the crease as the first transition shade. Once that's on, I'm taking this fluffier crease brush from Morphe and the shade Burnt Orange just to get that orange color into the look, and using that as a second transition shade and buffing that all over the crease area. Then I take this smaller brush from Crown Cosmetics and then the 35B palette again, and just that lighter of the two darker green shades, if that makes any sense. It's just the lighter one of the two really dark forest greens in the palette, and that will be my first shade that I use to start creating my halo eye. Buffing that into the crease first and then dragging it into the outer V and then the inner V. The inner corner, I guess. Then I take the same pencil brush that we used in the first look, and I take the darker green shade and then I focus this really in the outer V and the inner corner, and then softly drag the rest of the color into the crease to mix with that lighter green. Then I take a hint of black on this crease brush from e.l.f. It's a different type of crease brush. I don't know, it's too dense to be a real crease brush, but anyway. I just take the black to kind of define the green a little bit better and make it pop. And then go over top of it with the darker green again. And then I'm doing what I did in the last tutorial, which is just kind of reinforcing all of those colors and bringing them back to life. Then I take this ethereal shade from the Tarte palette and some setting spray on a flat brush, and I pop that in the middle to have that golden Luck of the Irish feel. Then I take Primavera from the Anastasia Beverly Hills palette with the same brush, and I just pack that on over top because it's a lighter gold and it's going to give a lot of dimension to the look. Then, as always, I take a dark pencil. This one is black, and I just tightline with this. And then I take the definer brush again, in with that darker color, and buff that into the lower lash line. Then with a smaller crease brush, I then take the lighter green, buff that out. And then this e.l.f. blending brush, I take both Golden Ochre and Burnt Orange and buff them together underneath with all the greens, just to create a smoked out effect. Then rubbing a little bit more gold on the center of the lid, reinforcing it on the other side a little bit, and then taking the same mascara, Maybelline Big Shot, top and bottom lashes, and then this is the Dramatic Lash from Vegas Nay, and popping that on. Now for the lips, I'm going to do my nude lip combo. This is the Natural Pencil from NYX, and then this is Cherish by MAC. Just a regular matte lipstick. And then once that's on, I'm taking this Anastasia Beverly Hills gloss in the shade Undressed and popping that right on top. And that completes this Luck of the Irish look. I hope you did enjoy both looks for this tutorial, and I hope you recreate them. Let me know if you do. And happy St. Patrick's Day! I'll see you in the next one. Bye!